Hi, and welcome to my face. I started off and already primed my face with the NYX Born to Glow Illuminating Primer base. I'm just showing you that I rubbed it all over and kind of showing you the glow it gave. On top of that, I went in with the NYX BB Beauty Balm in the shade Nude, and I'm just buffing it into the skin. I really, truly like the way that these two work together. The primer definitely didn't do anything to help with my pores. I have some enlarged pores around my nose and a little bit on my forehead. I don't think it did anything for that at all, and I don't know that it necessarily extended the wear of my foundation, but I did notice that the primer did have a beautiful glow, just barely peeked through. It looked really natural, and it was a really smooth canvas for me to apply my makeup on top of, but I don't think it helped with the longevity or the pores around my nose. But if you're looking for a glowing primer, I think you would like it if you don't mind a thicker primer, but overall, really loved it. I thought that my foundation sat really nicely on my skin. I'm going in with the NYX Gotcha Covered. This is new to me. I went in the shade Light, and you'll kind of see that I'm rubbing it with my fingers. I typically don't do that, but this was one of the thickest concealers I've ever used. It came out super thick, and I had to use a little bit of the warmth of my finger to really get it to apply even enough to use a brush. So I just had to take the warmth of my finger and kind of rub it where I wanted to do any concealing. I typically go in with a corrector, but I wanted to see how this worked without using a color corrector underneath. And I actually really liked it. You're going to see in a minute when I'm done dancing that when I buff it in under my eyes, it actually really covered my dark circles well. And early in the video, you could see them. I mean, I have a lot of discoloration on my face, but I really thought it looked great. It is really shiny right now. You'll see in a minute I'm going to do something about that, but it blended evenly. It looked perfect. It really lasted throughout the day. So I love this concealer. I'm definitely going to keep using it. I am now going in with another new product from NYX. It's the Cheek Contour Duo Palette in the shade Double Date. And I'm taking the lightest side and just setting that concealer just to give it a little bit of brightness. And I'm just going in all those areas I added concealer. From there, I'm going in to fill my eyebrows, and I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. This isn't new to me. I just wanted to try it today with this look. So I'm going in, I'm just showing you how I mimic hairs on my eyebrows, how I use the spoolie, and it's just really hard to do the brows on camera, so I tried to just give you a little bit of a sneak peek. There's that Cheek Duo palette again, and I'm taking the lighter shade again, and I just really wanted to make sure those areas were set. I'm taking it again now with my NARS Ita brush, and I'm going through and trying to add some contour to my face. I'm using it where I would typically have a shadow. You always put a darker shade and typically a little bit more ashy where you want it to kind of mimic just a natural shadow on your face. So that's why you're doing it where the sun hits your face, like the top of your forehead too. And I'm just trying to chisel my face because when your face is all one color, it kind of looks flat. So you typically light in certain areas and dark in certain areas. So I love the NARS Ita brush, but I did have to go in and blend a little bit. I'm still kind of dancing and feeling myself, but I'm going in with the NYX Ombre blush in Mauve Me, and I am just smiling to get the blush around the apples of my cheek. This does have an illuminator and a matte part. I stuck mainly with the matte side, but it had great color payoff. I just had to make sure to buff it all out to make it look natural. But I really loved those products, so much that I'm dancing. And I realized I didn't prime my eyes, but it's a little too late now because now I'm doing the voiceover. But I went in with the NYX Nude Matte Shadow in the shade Tryst. It's shade 07. I thought this was going to be a little bit warmer, but it came out really cool toned on my eyes. But I'm just buffing and buffing and buffing. And from there, I'm going in with the NYX Liquid Gold eyeshadow. It's a prismatic shadow. Just a beautiful gold. It blended really nicely. It was super creamy. And even without a primer, it did not crease, which is amazing. I went back in with that Tryst shade again because I didn't want it to not be blended. I wanted it to be really nice and blended out. From there, I went in with the NYX Baked Shadow in the shade Supernova. And I use this, I was trying to get creative, but I use this as a highlighter just on my high points of my cheek, a little bit on my nose. I use a little bit above my lip as well. I just didn't have anything to highlight with, so I thought this would be good. And I'm popping a little bit in the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten the look a little bit. I have now put false lashes on. I wish that's what my lashes look like. And I'm taking that liquid gold color again and buffing it on my lower lash line just to add some dimension. I don't typically do a lot of eyeliner down there, but I definitely love buffing out shadow. And then I'm actually going to go in with that nude shade again, the nude matte shade. And I'm going to go ahead and use it on the outer half of my eye just to give it further dimension. I like to use a lot of the eyeshadow that I use on my upper lid, just on my lower lash line, just to kind of pull the look together. I am now going in with another new product, and this is from NYX as well, and it's the new lip primer. I liked it. I don't think this is an amazing product. I think it did help with how my lipstick will apply. I don't think it does anything with longevity or anything like that, but it did feel nice and creamy without being slippery, but it wasn't like to die for or anything. I am now using an oldie but a goodie. It's my Prune lip liner from NYX, and I am just lining my lips and filling them in a little bit, just getting it ready for lipstick application. And I'm going to go in with the NYX matte lipstick, and this is in one of the new releases. This is in the shade Gold Digger, which I thought was such a great name, Gold Digger, so cute. I liked this color. I like that it's purple and almost black, but I kind of thought maybe that wasn't everyone. So I'm kind of fixing it, and then all of a sudden I have a revelation like, hold on. And I take it off, and I'm going to go back in with that Prune lip liner again, and I'm going to try a shade that might be a little more user-friendly. This is a new release too in Up the Base. It's from NYX as well, and it's a matte shade, but a little bit lighter of a purple. And to be honest, I could really do either. I love experimenting with colors, but here's my look. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.